Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I have a project share video for Kokorosa Studio. I will have a link to everything I'm going to share with you guys in the description box below. Also, if you haven't seen my unpacking video where I show you the products along with samples, I will link that down below as well. For my first card, I used this animal silhouette stamp set. Also comes with some leaves, a tree, some birds. It's so cute. And this is the card that I made. I kept it really simple, and this time I decorated all the insides of my cards. So the card base I did green. I took a white cardstock and just cut it with my deckled edge trimmer. As my first layer, put it down flat. And then I brought this background die from my stash, die cut it with jelly printed paper, backed it up with white cardstock. Before I stuck them together, I just went over it with tumble glass distress oxide, just so that it's not too white. And I stamped the birds here and there. I stuck down the giraffe and the big elephant down flat. And the little elephant elevated it with foam tape, and I went over them with Wink Stella. I don't know if the camera's catching it. I stamped It's Your Day, Go Wild, backed it up with black cardstock and raised that one up too. And I put a couple of star gems. And this top layer is popped up as well. And here is the inside. I stamped Party Time, and the leaves from the stamp I just put on each corner. For my next card, I use this flower bouquet stamp, and I used two of the sentiments, the thank you and hope your day is wonderful. And again, I kept this really simple. My card base, I did teal color, and I took this beige cardstock. I did some script stamping on it with brown ink, and with the same brown ink, I did splatters, and then I did some white splatters. I brought this ribbon. I thought it matched the background, so I just put a strip here, tucked it behind, and I made a bow and put it here, and then I stuck the cardstock on the card base. I brought this shape from my stash. To be honest, I don't know what this shape is called. And I just die cut it in white, stamped thank you on it. And I stamped the flower bouquet on a separate paper and colored it with my pencil crayons and fussy cut it. And then I stuck it down here. The bottom part, I put it down flat. And the petal part, I just put foam tape behind it so it's elevated. I put a couple of gold gem here and there. And the inside, I just stuck a white cardstock that I die cut it with this squiggly border die that I have. And I stamped I hope your day is wonderful. For my next card, I used these two stamps. And I used them to make my own background and a focal point. And this is the card that I made. So this one is a top folding card. My card base, I did craft color. I took a white cardstock to make my own background, and I just randomly stamped it with the leaves and the three flowers that's in the first stamp set. And I did them in different colors. So some of the leaves are dark green, some of the leaves are light green, and the flowers are pink and purple. And then I had this extra strip sitting on my desk, so I just thought it goes well with it, and it had gold splatters, so I put it down here in the middle. I got this vellum, and it said, I believe in you. I thought it just went with it. So I backed it up with white cardstock, put foam tape behind it, and I elevated it, so it's my focal point and it's my sentiment at the same time. Colored the butterfly, put it here, and here are the same flowers. I just stamped them separately, fussy cut around them, fussy cut around the two leaves, and I just stuck some here, put a bow, and the inside I just stamped Thinking of You with the same pink, and I stamped 2 leaves. I think it turned out so cute. For my next card, I used this frame die. Now this one comes with an umbrella, but I didn't use the umbrella. I just used the frame. And I love how this card turned out. So my card base, I did black. I took a white cardstock and I wanted to do stenciling on it. So I brought Twisted Citron, Squeezed Lemonade, and Abandoned Coral, this Distress Oxide. And I just stenciled it, and I did it randomly. I cut this bottom piece off so that I can put a solid color and I can stamp on it. And I just did, it was a white cardstock, so I just went over it with the same Abandoned Coral so it matches. And I stamped Hey There. I elevated the frame with foam tape so I can stick this little giraffe that I stamped and colored and then fussy cut behind it so it's kind of peeking. And I put a couple of yellow and pink gems. And inside the rest of the paper that I cut from the front, I put it down here and I stamped Peekaboo. And I just put like glossy accent to his eyes. I don't know if the camera's catching it. It's so cute. For my next card, I use this beautiful mermaid set. It comes with cute elements as well. The sentiment, as I mentioned in my unboxing, that it's German. I didn't even pay attention when I was ordering it, but I didn't care because I just love the mermaid and she's a great size as well. I also love this little octopus. He's so cute, but I didn't use him. And this is the card that I made. It turned out beautiful. So the card base, I did silver. I took a white cardstock and I did stenciling on it with Salty Ocean. And I just stuck it down flat. The mermaid, I stamped on a separate white cardstock that was full size. And I just drew 2 lines on each side where I wanted to cut it. The top part I fussy cut. And I put the whole thing on foam tape. So the bottom is elevated and she's elevated. I stamped Sending You Oceans of Love in the same Salty Ocean ink. But I brought this from my own stash because, as I said, it's German. I put the shell here and the starfish here. I put a little flower on her hair and she's holding a heart. This is epoxy. And the inside, I stamped I Need to See You Soon with the same blue. And here I stamped a couple of reefs in 3 different colors. For my next card, I used this background die. And this one comes with either, I think it's palm trees, but you can use it for coconut trees as well. And I love this card as well. It turned out so cute. So my card base, I did white. I took another white cardstock and I die cutted my background and I did some paper piecing here. So the background die for the frame, I went over it with very light, it's gold ink that I have. And it looks beige, but it has a gold hint. And then I die cut it again in this beige color, like a sand color. So I just cut up the pieces, put it here and here. And for the tree trunks, for the top of the trees, I die cut them with green and I just paper piece the tree tops like that. I brought this stamp set from my stash. So I colored them, fussy cut them. He's elevated, he's elevated. The treasure chest and the gold, I put them down flat and I put some gold here. And I also colored and elevated this little parrot, stamped Ahoy Mate, and I backed it up with the same cardstock, the beige cardstock here. And everything like the hat, the bird, the treasure chest, the gold, I put Fuincastella. And this is the inside. So I stamped You're a Treasure, put this little parrot here, and I put a couple of sea elements. Next, I use this stamp die, and you get 4 different sizes of stamp die here. I did 2 cards with this, one of which is Halloween, which I will share after this one. And here is the card. So I just put the die on this cardstock and I just cut it into my paper. My card base, I did white. I took this cardstock that has navy blue and teal color, and I just cut up kind of like 1/2 inch smaller than my card base, and I put it down flat. I took 2 strips of navy blue cardstock and I put one here and one here, and I wanted the white card base to show on both sides. And then I brought this teal green, light teal green cardstock. I cut it with my deckled edge trimmer, and I put the die, the stamp die, 3 times and run it through my die cutting machine so I can have my shaker window. I put the shaker elements inside, and then I brought these stamps from my stash. So I put one fairy here, one fairy looking down here, and this mouse is looking up at the fairy. I put this flower, this greenery, the mushroom, and I stamped Make a Wish, backed it up with the same bottom cardstock, and I put a little ladybug here. And the inside, I just stamped May Your Day Sparkle, and I put this little bunny that's looking up with the sunflower. So cute. The next one that I did with the same stamp die is this Halloween card. My card base, I did black. I put down a couple layers here. I put down first this dark purple, and then I brought this pink cardstock, and it's got white spider webs on one side, and this is from the Pinkaboo collection. I still have so many pages from that, so I have to use it. And then I put a strip of light purple this way, and from the same Pinkaboo cardstock, I took a solid pink and I put it a little smaller than my other the purple strip. I stamped Trick or Treat in a row as my sentiment. And here are the stamps. I used the same the size, and I did it again. I die cut it from the Pinkaboo cardstock, the same cardstock, only this is a little darker. And I backed it up with the same purple from here, the strip. And I put them all with foam tape, so they're all elevated. I brought this ghost die from my stash. So I put one here that's peeking from the cup. Here I put one, and I put a little banner. The rest of the banner I put it here. This little ghost is having ice cream, and this one is a donut, and I just put a couple of candy here, and I put enamel dots here and there. So cute. And here is the inside. I stamped Happy Halloween in purple, and I put one ghost here and one ghost here. And the last card for today, I used this spiderweb background stamp, and of course I had to do a Halloween card. And this is my card. So my card base, I did dark purple. I have a couple layers here, so I'm going to try to explain as best as I can. The first layer, I took black cardstock and I just cut it with my deckled edge. Before I stuck it down, I just went over it with silver ink, the corners. And then I brought this spider web die from my stash, and I did 2 with the same silver ink, and I put them on each side. And these two, I just ran my glue stick over it, put purple glitter, and then I sprayed it so that the glitter doesn't come off, and it's not coming off so far. I took a white cardstock and I die cut it with this deckled edge die cut that I have. I stamped my background, and then I brought Wilted Violet Distress ink, and I just went over all the corners. I left the middle lighter, so when I put my focal point, it stands out. And I just sprinkled it with water here and there, popped it up with foam tape. These are stickers from my stash, and I just backed them up on a white cardstock and fussy cut around them. I fussy cut around my focal point. It's so cute, it's got googly eyes. And I put a foam tape behind it. I did the same thing with the two bats and the sentiment. So I just put it on white cardstock, fussy cut around them. And I put some iridescent gem here and a purple gem and two here. And the inside, I did the same thing with these stickers. I put them on white cards. These two I put them on black cardstock, fussy cut around them. This one I put on a white cardstock, and I stamped "Girl, Did I Scare You?" So that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys. Bye.